It's episode 7 out of 7 sessions, and today we are completing the masterpiece from the NTCA Artisans in Tile right here at Coverings at the Orange County Convention Center. The Artisans are back in their studio. They have been working all night to finish their artwork that was specifically and specially designed for this program. If you can hear the sound of my voice, you want to make your way to the Coverings Lounge and watch this masterwork come to life. And we will soon be going live to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where we will be returning with Joshua Nordstrom and Lee Callawart and their amazing team as they tell us and walk us through the final stages of their masterpiece, the alligator, and I'll let them tell you what their name of their alligator is. We have people in our studio audience. We're seeing the artwork right here live from Milwaukee, Wisconsin on the screen. And now let's find out if we have our artisans online. Josh, Lee?
We're here, Mark.
Are you there?
We're here, Mark.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Everybody.
Let's turn this fan off.
Good morning. Did you guys get any sleep last night?
We caught up on some sleep last night, yes.
Yeah. It was time. All we had to do was grout today, and with a grout job this simple. Not.
Well, we've been watching you live when we're not chatting back and forth. You're still live with us, and I was on the edge of my seat a few minutes ago when I saw that being stood up and the whole team, and you're lifting it around. Great job. I was a little nervous.
Yeah.
Well, so were we.
You guys are awesome, and congratulations on your awards at the NTCA Awards ceremony last night. Well done, incredibly well deserved. I'm proud to know you, proud to work with you. What can you tell us that you did overnight? Can you recap a little bit for us that what got us to this point and what we're going to see you do this hour? And I want to tell you that I've got a couple of people here in the audience that want to rip this microphone out of my hand and have a chat with you. But before we do that, tell us a little bit about how we got here and how we're going to finish this up.
Where do you start?
Yeah, I don't know.
How long do you want? Okay, we got
45 minutes.
You got a minute.
Okay, got a minute. Well, we had this inspiration, and made a drawing, got the templates going.
You got all the time you need.
Yeah, I'm kidding. I think the biggest challenge, as always, is
Deciding what you're going to do.
yeah. And then with presentations and things like this, the acceleration of a process that we all know very well. There's steps to these things. You can't do this before you do that. And, there's curing times, and we all know that. So with something like this, you really got to get creative. You got to put in long days and try to figure out how you're going to get this finished in the time frame allotted for you. So I think that was one of the.
And there's always the dilemma of material choice. We were from the very beginning. We were going back and forth. Do we want it to look tropical, or are we going to change it from tropical to to what we've got here? So we had the choice of going tropical. We were going to use glass, so the whole thing was going to be brighter. But we chose to go this way with natural stone. We thought that all this natural stone is what the alligator was asking for.
Yeah, it looks so much more authentic.
Yeah.
And once again, with all the character inherent in all of these stone choices, and even the texture of the really make the piece. Each piece is as opposed to using tile, every piece is an individual unto itself. So I think that really elevates things.
Did we ever have the question of guessing? I know we know that there's 52 teeth because we figured that one out yesterday. Was there ever the question of how many pieces are on the whole piece?
We did have that question. When we were finished up with you last night, we did have that question, and we had an amazing prize that was given for the closest answer. And I'll tell you, the person who came up with the closest answer was 682 is what they guessed. And that the correct answer is 660 for everyone in our audience. And that person who guessed that was none other than Steve Sprung. Steve Sprung guessed that, and he won a tool that he regifted to someone else, a tile contractor here.
Oh, that's cool. He doesn't need any extra tools.
No.
I think Steve has access, but that was really cool of him to donate.
You'd think.
I was going to say that he nailed it because we actually broke 22 pieces.
Are you kidding me? Seriously?
No.
You didn't break any pieces.
No, you were here.
I know.
It went pretty flawless.
You see the ratio is pretty minimal.
I saw one piece fall apart because of a vein in the stone that you had to rebuild. That was the only one.
Exactly. So I think that just comes from experience. You know, when you've cut thousands and thousands and thousands of pieces over the years, and of all different types of material, you can know before you even put the template on, you know what your challenge is and how you should treat that material.
You have showed us so much knowledge, so many tips and tricks and techniques, and your methods, they are just incredible. But the wisdom and experience that you have and that you've shared freely and openly, like you said, there's no secrets. You're here to tell everybody all about this and to help other people. But the knowledge that you have about your materials, the setting materials, the tile, the stone, the glass, the porcelain, all of these things come together in this in every single way. I want to point out one thing that's part of the design. We're seeing the alligator, we're seeing the whole thing here, and it is so realistic and lifelike. But I remember the discussion that I heard you guys have when it came to the field tile for the water. And when we look at the field tile, I know that that was milled out of a 4-foot by 10-foot piece of gauged porcelain panel. And I know that you made the decision to make certain that there was some tile in this installation and that there was a regular looking field tile, if that's the right word. Isn't that right?
Yes, that's correct. It's, it's these mosaics really bring on a whole different look when you can cut them into a factory field tile. We've got so much going on here. And then when you can blend it in with some straight lines, it just really makes it pop instead of the whole thing being shaped.
No, and that's key. The contrast between the organic nature of the mosaic and then the rectified nature of a straight running bond pattern. What's that?
That piece is beautiful.
Thought we were missing grout, but
no.
That piece is beautiful, he said.
This is where finally get to see it all come together here. The grout, we all know grout really makes the piece. It just makes it pop.
Yeah.
It really defines all of this. We've had all this here this whole time, and these just kind of all blend together and all look the same. But now that we've got the grout in there as a contrast, we used Laticrete's unsanded natural gray grout and
Select.
So it's it's just the perfect grout color. It just really makes the whole thing pop.
I'm looking forward to, and do this when you're ready. You don't have to do this now. When you have Branyan zoom in on the different sections and show us the different elements, and I'd like, when you're ready to do that, walk us through the relief, the different levels, the different layers, what you've done with the teeth. Mm-hmm. I'd like you to talk again about the nose poking out of the water, all of that shading that you thought about.
Sure. We'll probably have to do some final after the session, but we'll try to get it as clean as we can for you for this. We also want to wash it down, and we're going to wipe it down a little bit and get this tape off of here so you can see the brass trim piece and also the edge of the Aviduray wood frame so that you can get the whole picture.
Okay, you'll be able to do that yet on this session?
Yes.
Yeah, we're real close.
We're going to do it very shortly.
Okay, so while you're working on that, let's go to one of our studio audience members, and he's going to have a few words for you guys, and I think you recognize this guy.
Gentlemen,
Hey, Jim.
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
I can't
See ya.
thank you enough for the time, the effort that you've put into this. It's amazing. I want to just real quickly, Joshua, I want to really congratulate you for the awards you got, CID awards last night. 2 last year from 2020 and 1 this year. Fantastic work. And
Thank you.
I have to tell you, the people
Those are
here
goosebumps.
don't really know. They don't know the amount of time and effort, and that this is a 2-year project. We've been working on this. I'll take credit for that, right? You have been working on this for 2 years, and it's quite amazing what you're doing. I'm excited. This is a new audience today, so I want them to know that you've not only created these, you're donating these to the CTF auction, all the money going to CTF, Ceramic Tile Education Foundation. What an amazing cause. And last night, we sold over 60 T-shirts.
Holy moly.
I have to tell you,
Awesome.
yeah, I mean, I think we're around $1,400 that we raised last night. We're not done. We're going to try and sell more. I virtually was walking around the audience and making them buy T-shirts, just so you know. So it's great. I just want to thank you. I actually have to buy some T-shirts from other people now, but we made a trade-off. So thanks, guys. I'm going to hand this back to Mark. I really appreciate it, and I wish you were here, and we'll make something happen in the future. Thank you.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you, Jim.
Thanks, Jim. NTCA has been obviously a huge supporter of these artisans, and for those of you that are today here with us for the first time, this has been a piece in the making for a very long time, months if not a year longer to come to this point. And today is the big reveal of this piece. And guys, do you want to give us the name of this piece?
That would be Wally. Wally Gator.
Wally Gator.
Wally Gator.
Joshua came up with that one. I know it's real original, right?
We were going round and round of what we were going to name it.
I love it.
So it's that old cartoon figure of Wally Gator.
Well, we wanted to tame him down a bit. He looks pretty aggressive.
You
So,
think?
if you give him a name like Wally, it tones it down a little bit.
It was a toss up between Wally Gator as a boy and then Alligator as a girl, and we thought Wally just sounded better.
It's perfect. As a girl, couldn't have it been Sally Gator?
Could have
Oh,
been.
that's right.
Could have been
Was there a
Sally Gator.
Sally Gator? Oh, did I miss something? Yeah, I think I did. A little slow,
And I guess this is a boy. Is that what you're saying? I told you we had a marine biologist in the audience,
Well,
right?
Wally could be a girl, I guess. I mean,
Yep, it's whatever you want it to be.
Wallamina. I don't know.
Okay.
Why does it have to be always one piece of blue tape on every tile job you can't get out?
That's because you wouldn't be doing your job if it wasn't like that.
Yeah, we all have that on every piece. And
Every time.
so you grouted that this morning. You gave the grout the cure time, and you're wiping it up, buffing it out. You're following all of the standard rules. We've gone through this for every session. You're following all of the standard procedure for every single tile installation. You selected the right setting materials for the job. You selected the right trowel to ensure that you got the correct coverage. And in your case, correct coverage is 100% on every single tile.
Yep.
You did that. You got your substrate sound with no deflection. It's flat, 100% flat. You have keyed in the mortar to your substrate. We all watched you do that. We watched you trowel in straight lines to ensure that you got the coverage, that 100% coverage that you need. You collapsed the ridges. You pulled the panels to check for coverage every single time. If you weren't happy, you made sure that you got the coverage. You did everything that we all need to do in every single tile installation, whether it's a subway backsplash or a Wally Gator. And I've got a person here that is extremely interested in all of the technical aspects of every tile installation being done in the United States and around the world. And that is Mr. James Welfel. James, could you come on up here? James is the chairman of the NTCA's technical committee. He's been the chairman of the NTCA's technical committee for 15 years, and he'd like to speak to you and ask you a few questions right now. James?
Well, thanks, Mark. Guys, great job. It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
So, since I'm a technical geek, a couple of questions. One, when you're doing this type of work, you guys take into consideration where you're putting it and if the stone's moisture sensitive or not, correct? Things like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then, of course, when you're going to brass or wood and you're putting something together, you're caulking the perimeters with 100% silicone if needed, that type of thing.
Correct.
So you're thinking the whole thing through just like a regular tile installation, except it's art, obviously.
Yeah.
So all those are a consideration when you're either the owner or the person you're making it for, or you guys bring that to their attention, correct?
Correct.
Okay, awesome.
Now, why not? I mean, why not use all that knowledge you've gained over the years and apply it? It all, it's all recommended processes that we use, and we've been doing this for so long that we know that all of these methods and standards are there for a reason, and they work. So taking that from our daily work into our artwork is pretty much a no-brainer.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And knowing
Thank
that you
you.
guys are doing a sound installation just makes it even better because that's a piece of art that you want to last for a lifetime.
Exactly.
Yep.
Great
It'll
job, guys.
outlast our lifetimes.
It's very structurally sound.
Yeah.
James, thank you very much. And guys, I know I sent you a text last night. I think you got that. We're going to be having a conversation with James and Jim at some point in the future about the future of publicizing, making a publication for the type of work that you do. And we're going to work on that. We're going to bring that all together and bring that to the tile industry in a publication form through the NTCA's technical committee process that James leads.
Wow, that'd be great.
Yeah, fantastic news.
That'd be awesome.
And you're hearing this right now. This is breaking news for you guys. I just texted you a teaser last night, and that is going to be published. James, I hope I can say this. Here's what he told me last night during the awards ceremony. That will be published as a new standalone chapter in the NTCA reference manual.
Wow.
There we go.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
There are smiles all around. That's amazing. And you'll be believe me, you're going to be involved in the process, live and in person. And I got James last night. He was very serious with me, and he is again right now. He's pointing at me. You have to be there in person.
We will. We will.
All right.
We are planning on it already.
Yep.
There you go. We got it right here. Congratulations.
Awesome.
You've done it all. And
Thank you.
When we saw you live on the screen last night and we saw you stand this up, we were just blown away. And to see it right here, right now, it's breathtaking.
Well, we have, I guess we could take a couple of looks at it. These sessions go so quickly. I think I just need to kind of keep track here.
We've got about 20 minutes.
Okay. So I guess we can touch some of it. If we have to do touch-ups, we'll just do it after the fact. I guess if you want to see the relief work on it, from here, we might have to kind of get at this angle a little bit.
Yeah, we'd like to show how the teeth are. I don't know if you get it really straight on. Yeah, we're gonna have to kind of go sideways here and show what we did with the teeth.
Yeah.
You run your hand, and people that are gonna walk up to this, everybody's gonna want to touch it, and
Oh my
it
gosh.
literally just reaches out and bites you. All of these teeth, we've got them all sticking out, and they're just a little different angle. This relief work is,
And then we have the waterline relief work, the nose on the glass,
and this
the
is all,
jawline.
everything's bull-nosed over, polished.
Yeah, see the shine here? This has all been hit with 4 grits on a polishing kit, and it looks just as shiny as the finish. And there's a nice round bevel on it. So it looks, once again, it looks more realistic as opposed to just straight cut.
That third dimension just makes it pop.
Tell us a little bit again about that theory where the sky meets the water and the nose meets the water and the body's breaking the surface of the water.
Yeah, well, he's swimming through the water, and down low the water's undisturbed, and that's just that's the subway tile that's undisturbed, and he's swimming through, and when you're swimming, there's always that wave that you're kind of pushing off in front of you, like a boat pushes a wave out in front of them. So we really wanted to try to highlight that here with the wave in front of them and the reflection behind them. With the glistening of the water, and then and then the wave behind him too.
In person, you can feel his nose breaking the surface of the water. I mean, it actually, you can see him coming to the surface. It probably shows a little bit in there too, but you know how art is in person. It's always a little better with your own eyes, but I think that's a good shot. That's working really well.
Yeah, we can see it. We get the idea. It's amazing.
We talked about blending colors. That was really important for us to blend the colors for the shadowing. And if you look at the teeth, we really played with the veining in the teeth, to get that realism of, teeth, because they're not just solid white. They've got different colors to them. So we really took advantage of the veining in that onyx, and
I wonder if we can pick any of this up.
With the shine.
Okay, Brandon?
Yeah, I don't
See if
know.
you can pick this up.
It's a hard one.
Right in here at your angle. Do you see all this?
Yeah, it's got like the labradorite has a real iridescence to it. It's got a rainbow.
Come out a little.
We can see it on that piece right
There
there.
it
You
is.
see that,
Yep.
everyone?
that?
The
Oh,
reflection
next one.
in that stone.
This one.
Yeah.
Oh, look at
That's-
that down there. That's all over this piece.
That's this
it's
stone
just
here.
you gotta. It's hard for the camera to really pick it all up.
Yeah, we can see it here. That is incredible.
That's in, there's flecks of that all throughout the labradorite. So it's one more level of it coming to life, feeling alive. All those things really do that. And in person, when you walk around it, you get that vibe. This is, reality.
While Brandon is at that angle, maybe we can see the
There
side.
it is, real good, right there. You can see it.
There it is.
Fantastic.
Look at that.
So, and you get that same effect with the glass in the sky. The glass has that iridescence too. So as you walk around this piece, you see the speckles in the alligator coming out at you. And as you walk around, the sky does the same thing. It all changes color. It goes from a pink to a white to a green. It's a really good effect.
Wow. It is remarkable.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're not talking. We're doing what you're doing. I'm looking. we're looking at the monitor, going, "Wow, that's really cool." I had no idea.
That's what we're seeing, and we're just enjoying this view. It's amazing.
Yeah, as the artists, sometimes we just have to force ourselves to just stand back and take a look at it because we get so involved in the actual piece. And stand back and take a look at
And give them
it.
just this whole,
It really pops.
Yeah, we can see the fissures in that tooth.
give them the whole.
We were talking about the iridescence in the stone. This wood has the iridescence in it too. What kind of wood is it again?
Avid array.
Avid array. It's the wood changes as you walk around it.
That is
Everything
just
has creating movement in every aspect of what you're doing. It's not about one of them. It's the building and all of them coming together that make the difference.
the detail of the brass, the wood, the corners of the frame.
Yeah, the walnut corner ties. Yeah, those are really, really cool.
Get the shimmer in the water.
That, at first, I don't know about you. I was like,
Too hot about the brown.
well, because it doesn't have the texture, right? It's void of texture.
Yeah.
It's the blue and green that have the texture.
It has the shimmer too.
Well, as it turns out, one more layer of depth was created by a material that does not have a 100% consistent finish. So now that also walks with you as a mosaic would, because there's different finishes on it, right? No, that light's not, yeah.
It's about the angle we had it. Well, you got about 15 minutes left here,
Yeah.
Mark.
Yep, we got about 15 minutes. It is
About
just
15
how,
minutes.
how thick is that frame overall? What are the overall dimensions on the piece?
Right.
Well, I'll get a tape measure.
Well, just
give you
average.
we'll give you the.
I get the smart end. 74 3/4.
Okay, a little more than 6 feet.
And we are 50 3/4.
Oh, a little more than 4 feet.
Yeah, and but the actual piece, right? Because when these were milled, they were milled at 2 by 16 because we wanted everything. We didn't want to have slivers, so it's 6 foot by 4 foot is the tile dimensions plus the frame.
The frame. How wide is the frame?
And the frame itself is 5 1/4 inches wide,
Okay.
and it's all backed with on a 2 by 4 frame.
What do you estimate the weight?
Well, that's a good question. What do you think? 150, 200 maybe?
It's not as heavy as you would think. You figure it's 24 square feet of tile, right? Well, that's 2.5 boxes, less than 2.5 boxes of your average. The porcelain is much thinner, so it's much lighter. But if you were just to average it out and say it's 2 boxes of marble, 20 feet of marble, there's about probably 5 2x4s in framework.
Well, you got 1, 2, 3,
6.
4. Yeah, and then you got your uprights.
Yeah.
I'd say there's probably 8.
Then this wood.
The
And then the
wood.
brass.
It's not as it's not as extreme as it appears. We've been moving it around pretty easily.
So it's entirely possible to mount this on a wall.
Oh
Yes, that's what we intend it for.
It's so structurally sound, and there's so much framework in the back here. It's not going to take an engineering feat to figure out how to hang this. A French cleat or whatever, as long as you're lagged into the studs, you could put a 2-inch angle iron lagged into the studs underneath it that you would never even see to support the weight, and distribute it along, 1, 2, 3 to 4 studs. We can think of many ways that.
We talked about it. It could be a coffee table too. Somebody could have a piece of glass cut for it, and it
Right.
could sit over the whole thing.
Cover the whole thing.
And the teeth protrude, but they don't protrude far enough to further than the wood. So you could put some cork around it and put a piece of glass on it, and it could be a coffee table too.
That would be quite an idea
Dining
there.
table,
Yeah, that's cool.
And then, you would see all that dimension through the glass.
Yeah.
It could be,
All the shadowing.
it would be, I think I'm going to buy it.
Well,
Yeah, and
we're going
and
in
this
on
is this is gonna go for sale to support the Ceramic Tile Education Foundation, right?
That's right. That's right.
Yep.
And
Both
it-
of them are. the 2020 piece is too.
That's right. We'll take another look at that quickly. And I want to ask you, before we go, and we have plenty of time yet, are we going to be able to see your whole team? Are they all there today?
They are. Yep.
Okay.
Should we? I mean, we have an element of surprise that we've kind of been talking about this whole entire time.
Yeah, do we want to,
Maybe
do we want to finish the session or?
Maybe
Meet
before
everybody.
we see that, I'd like to take a
Get everybody
glance.
in here.
I'd like to take a glance over at our 2020 piece.
Okay. Let's get those chairs out of there.
Yeah. Let's take a glance at that. This is our 2020 piece, the City of New Orleans skyline. This one is also going up for sale. And if I remember correctly, this is 7 or 8 feet high and about altogether 11 feet wide with 3 panels. It's unbelievable. Stone, glass, porcelain tile, the skyline of the city of New Orleans reflected in the water. Is that the House of the Rising Sun? I've got that question being asked.
Yes, it is.
It is. Yep.
You know what? If it makes you buy it, heck yeah, it is.
James is in.
All right.
The corner treatments, well, let's take a quick look at each corner treatment. Every one is different. Look at those inlay 25% corners. I think that's the right term. 45-degree corners? 90-degree?
Quarter.
90s. Yeah, those are great because you can use them like that. You can put 2 of them together, and then you got a 180-degree radius. You could put 3 of them together, and you could do like the corner of a hallway or something, or you can put 4 of them together, and all of a sudden you got a medallion. So it's it's just a fun way to go about it. And that's what we call tone on tone down below. Used all the same color as the field tile. So so it blends.
Yeah.
Versus putting the color in.
Yeah. Yeah, Jim Olson just remembered that you showed us this on the roundtable session that we had about this.
Yeah, did you see the sand hill? That Joshua did. That was a great example of tone on tone. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. That's right.
Yeah, all subway tile.
So we have some people in our live audience that are routine attendees at our roundtables. So everybody watching online and virtually and the recorded version, we would love for you to attend our Artisan Edition roundtable sessions. They happen on a Tuesday evening at 6 p.m. Central. They usually go anywhere from 60 minutes to 90 minutes to whatever. And we have some amazing information coming out. So watch for those roundtables monthly. They're once a month, and it's a great investment of your time.
Yes, please.
We'd love to see you there.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm going back to you. Let's meet our people. You've got 10 minutes.
Hey, Maria, Seth,
Let's get the team up here.
Jane. You always got to
Jane.
drag her in here.
Jane. Hi, Maria.
Hi, Mark.
Are we all?
There we go.
There
we go.
Snuggle up. All right. So if you don't remember, Jane Keller is on the end. She's the headmaster.
She's the thin set that holds us all together.
Yeah, she's the thin set. She's pretty much the president. Seth Reddy, our special guest, who came in from Colorado to be with us and assist in all of this. He's been there like Johnny on the spot the entire time. Maria Meyer. Oh no, wait. This is not Maria Meyer. This is Maria. This is Shay Calloway. He's our graphic artist who designs. He designed our shirts this year. He designed last year's coverings. He designed the Guild shirt and many, many more designs. He also is the fabricator of the templates. The template you see behind Mark, that is a direct product of Shay taking a drawing that Joshua or I provide the drawing. He makes a vector file out of it, cuts it out of the vinyl, and there's our template. Voila, like magic. Maria Meyer. She's here every single day, whether it's for this, she's always there. and she's learned a lot. She's I have a lot of high hopes. She's advanced. Great. Okay, whatever. You know what? No, she's great, and I'm happy. I'm lucky to have her, and we're lucky. Joshua and I are lucky to have all these people right here.
It's a great team.
It's not just us. It takes all of us.
It's a village.
Rounds of applause all around. Do you have a live studio audience there?
Yeah, we do. There's a few. It's early. You know, it's early on a Friday morning. Not early, but
It was.
family.
We've got a few people.
Maria, Shay, Seth, Jane, Lee, Joshua. I can't tell you how much of an honor it is for me and the NTCA and everyone that's watched you here all week, watching this come together. We've been mesmerized. We've been stunned at the final piece right now. You have blown our minds, and you've taught us and trained us, and you've been so open and forthcoming. You've answered all of our questions. There's nothing left unsaid. How can people connect with you in the future if they have more questions or if they'd like to know more? Because I know there's a lot more that you know that we don't yet know. How can we connect with you?
Well, I'd say, we're all on Facebook, right? So, reach out on Facebook, on the guild, join the guild, get in the roundtables. You can talk to us in the roundtables, private message us, whatever you want to do. We're always willing to help people at any time.
Yep.
So, yeah.
100%.
Instagram too, yeah.
Just reach out.
We've had many, and they can tell you that have been going through projects, and they have reached out, and whatever we can do, whatever expertise we can offer that assists in your projects, we want you to succeed. That's why we're here.
Well, we have a number of people. I expect that you're going to have a number of people contacting you. I've been having people come up to me and say, wow, this is where I want to be. That's what I want to strive for and hopefully someday achieve. So you've touched people personally and professionally, and I think you're going to have some phone calls.
Looking forward to them.
Bring it on.
Thanks, Mark, for everything. Thank you,
Thank you,
NTCA. You guys have been awesome to work with, and we want to thank Brandon here too. He's made us look good.
And thank you, Laticrete, very much again for donating all the materials. And a lot of the tile was donated too. So we thank you, everybody that was involved.
Flip the switch, guys.
Yeah. So we've got a little special element that we want to finally, can we get a drum roll? Drum roll, please.
We've got a drum roll right here. We've got drum rolls going.
Here, wait. Shay, ready? Other one too.
Oh, wow. Wow. Unbelievable. Wow. Yep.
That's cool.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that is incredible. Wow. Yeah. Look at that. Unbelievable.
You see how this glass looks like the sunset with just
Wow.
a hint of light reflection. This absorbs the light, I think.
Yeah, it just grabs it.
Like a glow stick.
Wow.
And yeah, well, now it's really, that's the final layer in, I don't know how many layers that it took to get this effect. I can't even, how many little things went into it, but those are the things we want to teach people about, because they are the details that push it over the top and make it just a little bit, I don't know, different than everything else you see.
Wow. And you can adjust the brightness.
Yeah. The coolest part is this remote control right here.
Yeah.
You can adjust the brightness. You can adjust. There's a timer for it. 30 minutes up to 4 hours. There's a moon. I'm not sure what that does. Let's see what that does here. It does that. Like it turns it on and off.
Not
Very
only
good.
is it beautiful,
Right,
it's
there you go.
interactive.
Yeah,
Look at that. That is absolutely incredible.
Ooh,
Oh, we got a blinking light now.
that's what the heart does.
Oh,
Oh,
That's cool.
that's
I
cool.
didn't know that.
We're having fun now.
when we get this ready and prepared for sale, we need some video. We need the right photographs. We need all the dimensions. We've got to have all these details. This is going to go to a very, very lucky buyer and a very astute somebody an art collector, somebody who knows what they're getting is going to hang on to this thing. Wow. Absolutely incredible. Guys, you've worked on this for months. You've worked on this for a year or more. We've been talking for a long time. You've collected all this. You've designed this. You've done everything it takes to bring this masterwork together. I'm proud to know you, and once again, on behalf of the National Tile Contractors Association, on behalf of Coverings 2021 and the entire staff, and the hundreds of people that have seen you perform live here at the Orange County Convention Center during Coverings, we are blown away. You are some of the most special, incredible people that we know and have really enhanced our week here at Coverings. We cannot possibly thank you enough. You're awesome. Thank you. You're amazing.
Well, thank you, Mark.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. This is the world to us.
Huge applause going on here. Huge applause. So, any last things that you'd like to say to wrap this up? Any final words of wisdom?
It's
Yeah, I'd say, but don't be intimidated.
yeah.
Just start small and work your way up. That's where we all started.
Experiment.
Yeah, keep your scraps and experiment with them.
You learn a lot, right?
Yeah, definitely, and push yourself on every job because it only makes you better.
Yeah, look for those opportunities. They're everywhere. On every job, no matter what you're doing, opportunity is always there. It's waiting for you to find it. There are so many details that can elevate you and set you apart from maybe the last installation or better, make you better. And those are really the game changers, are the details, the elevation of those details. So look for those. Keep your eyes out for those. Those are a huge thing to. They're game changers for every job.
And there's all if you're if an obstacle appears, there's always a way around it.
That's an opportunity.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
A problem usually turns into something. Well, wait a minute. This could be better.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had a list of obstacles and it opened up a whole plethora of opportunities and we took advantage of every one of them.
Guys, I wanna take one of those obstacles and ask you, what is the minimum price we're gonna set for this piece of art in this auction? Have you thought about it? I'm gonna need to know. Give me a number.
You know, that's where I'm at too. That's kind of what we've spoken of.
Okay, I think we're sort of I think we are in total agreement. What do you think, Josh?
Yeah, I think the reserve should be at least $25,000.
$25,000. That's great. That's what I wanted to know. I think someone's going to get an unbelievable piece of artwork, and thank you. I can't thank you enough. I'm handing this back to Mark, but I just wanted people to understand what kind of piece of artwork we're talking about, right? It's not $500, right? It's I mean, this is 2 years in the making, right? You guys would go broke if you sold this for 500 every time. So.
There's a lot of love in this piece.
I would
Thank
say,
you, guys.
all right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Jim. We've got to wrap it up here. I want to thank our audio-visual team here at the Orange County Convention Center as well. I've met a lot of these people, and they are second to none. What an incredible group that has brought us this programming. Everybody behind the scenes, all of our attendees, everyone who's shown up here, everybody who's asked you questions. I want to thank everybody who's been here throughout all of our 7 sessions, and I want to thank my new friends who are becoming old friends and dear friends, Joshua Nordstrom, Jane Callawart, Lee Callawart, Maria, Shay, Seth, everybody that's there. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Big applause for you. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for making this possible.
Exactly.
All right. Well, off to figure out what we're going to do next. Sky's the limit.
Well, we've been talking, and I'm sure you've been talking on your end. We've been talking on our end. I think we need to get together as soon as possible. There's a lot to talk about. We're not done.
Nope.
We're just getting rolling, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see you next
All right.
time.
Have a great day.
You too.
Take care.
Enjoy the rest of the show, everybody.
Yep.
All right. Well, 2 more shirts. Just sold 2 more shirts.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jim. Oh, 3 more shirts. They're going fast, everybody. We got to buy more shirts. We've got order forms left. Get these shirts. Look at Lee. Lee, turn around. They're wearing the shirts. These are the shirts that represent this commemorative shirts. It all goes towards the Ceramic Tile Education Foundation. Every dollar goes to the CTEF to support education and certification for the tile industry. Yeah, best models on the planet. Okay, guys, we'll see you next time. Buy a shirt.
All right. Take care.
Well, what you're going to have to do, Jim, is let me...